Who needs a wedding in a church? Why? What for? What if I make a promise before God but then won't be able to fulfill it? And there is so much preparation. The church wants us to go to marriage classes, fill all kinds of papers, and so on. It is easier just get married outside of the church and then we will see how it goes. I am just not ready to make a commitment that is for my whole life. Baptizing my child? What for? I don't really practice my faith. Besides, they require too much from us. We need to find good Catholic godparents. We need to make a promise that we will bring up our child in the Catholic faith. Too much. Way too much. Let's wait and see. Or why should I go to Mass on Sunday? Why do they tell me that Sunday Mass is so important? I have more important things to do instead. Confession? No way. I don't believe in that. I won't be telling my sins to another person. And no, I don't really believe that Jesus is present in the Eucharist. Sounds familiar? I'm sure you have heard arguments like these. I have many times. Welcome everyone, Father Chris. So are the church requirements too difficult for you? How about Jesus' teaching? Too hard to understand? Almost impossible to follow? Why do so many young people today drift away from the church and from the sacraments? And I think it is because the world today, the society we live in, tells us that everything is okay. That whatever we do in life is acceptable. It's up to us. And we don't need any rules or anybody telling us what to do and how to live our lives. But I think this is a wrong attitude, because I see so many young people who end up being so confused today. They don't know what to believe anymore and are unable to distinguish what is good and what is wrong, what is morally okay and what is morally unacceptable. And we know how that ends. We know it because we witness it every day. If people think that everything is okay, then we will end up being not okay. Jesus challenges us. He never said that his teaching would be easy, but he also knows that not everybody will listen and not everybody will follow. Same with our church today. The church challenges us, tells us what is morally wrong, and that's why some get so angry with the church and turn away from her, just like they did from Jesus. And so we read this Sunday in the Gospel reading, many of Jesus' disciples who were listening said, "This saying is hard. Who can accept it?" And as a result of this, many of his disciples returned to their former way of life and no longer accompanied him. Jesus' teaching is not easy and has never been. Actually, as I said before, it is very challenging and requires a lot of sacrifice on our part. This world today tells us that we don't need anyone to tell us what to do and how to live. This world teaches us that there is no need for any sacrifice. Just do whatever you think is right. But this is not what Jesus said. And this is not what our church tells us either. I have a choice. You have a choice. So you can turn away from Jesus, turn away from the church and live your life however you want to, or stick with Jesus and his church, which will always teach you the right values and will give you right directions to follow. Although, again, it may be very challenging and not easy. Jesus then said to the 12, "Do you also want to live? Do you also want to live?" Simon Peter answered him, "Master, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life." You will never go wrong with choosing Jesus. So let's go to work. God bless you.